Ladies and gentlemen, the Adult Baby Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 127. I am B.
I'm Chick.
And I'm Chris, and we got a really cool guest today, guys. It's my buddy Anthony Elias.
Hey guys, how's it going?
worker.
Thank you guys for having me on board.
Dude, thanks for coming
man,
on.
thank you for coming on.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, we met on the movie set that I worked on in Florida. And
That's where you guys met. Okay.
Yeah, and he did all the stunt work for the film, so it was really cool. You were showing the kids like a bunch of martial arts stuff, and you had the crash mats and all that. It was awesome.
Nice.
No, it was that was actually a pretty fun time. That was actually just us screwing around and I was a little bit bored because obviously it wasn't that kind of movie, but the kids were not bugging me. They're great kids. But they were so curious about the whole martial arts stuff and whatever. And I showed them a couple of moves, safely, of course. But man, you show the kids one damn thing, they want to be able to do it all. Like they're literally trying to pitch, like, we should do like next Karate Kid. I'm like, don't talk to me.
You know what? I totally see that though, because when I watch martial arts stuff, it's awesome. I'm a big I love martial art movies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
What kind of stunts do you have to do on a children's baseball movie?
That's what I was going to ask you. You're hitting a lot of home runs and sliding.
A lot of balls to the face, baseballs. that came out weird.
I actually have a funny story for you on that. But so for that movie, to be honest with you, it was the easiest freaking gig I could have possibly ever landed. Yet a big one. Because like literally all they did, a couple of baseball slides in here and there. Really, my job in there, it wasn't even really not a lot of stunt coordinating. It was more like just safety. Making sure that the kids were safe, nobody got hurt, making sure that they're not doing anything to hurt themselves, because at the end of the day, they're kids. They get bored, they're gonna do stuff. And for a lot of the kids, as a matter of fact, this was like their first. For some of them, it was their first film. And then for some of them, it was just their first major film. So they really did not know how to act in the sense of, obviously they're going to act like kids. But
there's so much standing around, too.
A lot of hurry up and wait, man. The
Yeah.
How'd you get into this?
You mean like that movie or just?
Or no, just in general. Like, how'd you get into
his whole lifestyle?
So, as a matter of fact, it all goes back to high school. I was in TV production when I was back in high school. Basically, filming the morning news and, making a bunch of cheesy, really crappy freaking commercials for the opening announcements and stuff like that. And we did like a couple of little commercials here and there where it involved like some fight scenes and stuff. But as a matter of fact, I have been doing martial arts for 20 years now. Studying multiple different kinds between Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Capoeira, Filipino Kali, Judo, and as of right now, I'm actually currently studying Toshindo, which is a form of ninjutsu. But due to COVID, we've been taking a break on that. But it all started with my martial arts, and then the whole filming aspect started when I was in high school. And from there, as a matter of fact, before this whole movie shit even happened, I was actually supposed to be a Marine. Believe it or not, that's actually a family tradition.
Long line of Marines.
Marines.
Like Lieutenant Dan.
What's that?
Like Lieutenant Dan. Didn't he come from a long line of people in the Marines?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. But different branches: Marines, Army, Navy. And that was going to be the first thing that I was supposed to do when I left high school. But then, I took the test. I took the ASVAB test, the PT test, all that stuff, passed with flying colors. But then last minute, I was like, you know what? I don't think I really want to do this. And that's when I decided to, want to get into acting, filmmaking, stunts, and stuff like that, because I was kind of somewhat doing it on my own. So I decided to go for it as a career, which it definitely made my my parents very upset because
Right. We get that, man.
that they're the classic, old school, types that getting into the arts is more of a hobby. It's not necessarily a career. Which what, I'm gonna tell you right now. I wouldn't say it's a from right now since that time. It's been like 10 years. I definitely wouldn't call it a hobby, but at the time it definitely seemed like so. Especially when you're first starting out, you're going to these different auditions. You're doing a bunch of free stuff, things that are just end up on YouTube. You're shooting stuff in people's backyards, all that crap. And
you got to start somewhere, though.
Exactly. And the funny thing about it was that after I made that decision, they were mad at me for quite some time. And then my family, my mom particularly, was telling me, "All right, Anthony, you really serious about this acting thing? What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go for it." I'm like, "All right, well, you have 1 year to make something happen with this thing. If not, then you gotta ship out." I'm like, right.
1 year is not a long time.
No, it's not, man. But you know what, though? As fate would have it, me and a small group of friends, we kept on grinding. I had started my own little action team called Genesis Action Stunts, and we were just a bunch of kids, man, freaking going to parks with a crappy little camcorder, filming choreography, uploading it on YouTube, and that was it. That's all we did. And there was an awesome young gentleman at the time. His name is Vidal Acosta. He was a student from Full Sail, and he was doing a documentary on stunts. And so, as it would have it, he reached out to me on Facebook. He found me online, and hey, I want to go ahead and do a documentary on you guys on a rising stunt team.
Oh, that's
and I was,
cool.
oh my God, that would be freaking amazing. And it was a great documentary, man, because at the time too, I was also trying.
What's the name of it?
It's actually called Genesis Action Stunts. You can look it up on Vimeo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Genesis Action Stunts, and during that time, I was trying to film my first short film at the time, which failed horribly. It didn't even get finished. None of that shit. It ended up becoming a bunch of demo reel footage. In the end of it, which everyone still appreciated, but the powerful thing about that documentary was that it was all just one big learning curve. And honestly, you can't wear too many hats all at once. You have to really study everything, master the craft, and so on, man. But ever since that documentary came out, man, that's when everything has started. But you know what's the kicker of this whole entire story is during the beginning? My first film, the first short film I got to choreograph all by myself, the first film I got to act in, the first film I got to lead star in, I end up playing a goddamn Marine.
Look at that. It all comes back. What was the name of that movie?
So you did. You followed in the family footsteps.
Yeah.
To a degree, it's like, hey, look, I kind of did it, man. This is, irony at its best.
Like,
Yeah, I'm wearing the uniform.
Yeah, right. It's like, But
I was gonna say,
what was the name? Is that something that we could find somewhere, or?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I have a copy of it in my YouTube channel, Genesis Action Stunts, and it's like literally one of the first videos that are up there. The film is called Cope. Cope, and
okay.
it's about a young military man who was captured by the Taliban and was held captive for about 4 years, and then he finally gets rescued, and he's trying to cope and live with everyday life. He's going to therapy, and in this scene, they show just this one night of what it's like to be him. And he's in a bar. He's suffering from post-traumatic stress, and there's this big fight that ensues. And you get to kind of live a bit of his reality as what he's going through now in his civilian life.
That's pretty cool, man. That sounds like
You should do a movie with me and Chick called Cope, because we're living in a world where we're just trying to cope.
Yeah, we are just trying to cope, and
that
the
sounds
biggest
great,
thing I
though.
can relate to is disappointing my parents. I'm still trying
it happens, man.
to not disappoint them.
Dude, so when you're doing some of these stunts, though, like, how much of it is, do you choreograph it down to every single move, and how much, like, error might there be in a scene, and how much of it is, like, if you're punching a guy, Like, do you really punch them?
Okay, so for that, I'm a huge perfectionist, and honestly, this is how it should be done. So what we did, for example, for every project that I do that involves a fight scene, there are some days where you have to go ahead and choreograph some stuff on the spot, and just because you have to accustom to the location, the actor's ability, and really for the shot itself. But most of the time, I like to put together what I call what all of us in the action industry call a previs, which is performed by stunt performers. And what we'll do is that we'll map out the choreography on another day. We'll train, we'll choreograph the action, we'll map it out, and then we'll also shoot it in a way that we think it should be shot, and then we'll present that to the director in an edited video with sound effects, all that stuff, and we'll actually play out the scene, and we'll give it to the director. He'll view it and like, all right, cool, this is actually an awesome platform that we can use as a blueprint. And then when shooting, right before shooting day comes, we'll train the actors in the choreography, make sure they get it, get everything down the way they need to, and then shooting day happens, and then hopefully things go according to plan.
Right.
Which most of the time, thank God, it has for me. There have been times where you gotta improvise, and not improvise on the spot, meaning you gotta come up with new choreography, and then all right, we'll go ahead and do a quick rehearsal of this, we'll shoot it, and then go from there. As far as making contact with anyone, I try not to do that, especially with actors. Now, with my stunt guys, we practice a certain kind of fight choreography, which is more towards the Eastern style, which is it's martial arts action, where there's pretty much like contact about 90% of the time, but nowhere on the face though.
Do you do like any martial arts like tournaments where you're actually fighting and stuff?
Oh, do I? No, not anymore. I had done 2 amateur fights in 2 tournaments growing up, and as a matter of fact, the 2 tournaments they were pretty much like sparring, so you really fought for points.
I was gonna say, aren't a lot of the tournaments not like full contact? At least when you're coming of age, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah. When you're young, yeah, they're not really full contact, and if they are, you got your headgear on, you got your body gear, and whatever. And mainly it's supposed to be fight sparring, because they actually stop you if you get a bit too aggressive. But yeah, no, I had actually done 2 amateur fights, like legit full contact amateur fights, and that was also kind of like my second career that I was going to pursue before the acting thing started. And I had met with a fight promoter, and he kind of gave me some good advice, which honestly, I had also felt.
Was it duck and move?
No, did he tell you to duck?
The advice that he gave me was that if you're going to go ahead and pursue acting, and as well as do the whole MMA thing, you got to forget about this. You got to forget about looking pretty.
Yeah, you can't do one without the other, right? It's kind of
no, absolutely not. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm looking jacked up, I'm always going to play the bad guy, which ironically, so I have mostly played the bad guy anyways. But no, the other thing was too is that I also had broken my nose twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually people with broken noses, you can tell, and I'm not.
Did you break it once this way and once that way? Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, no.
It looks very straight.
Luckily, it healed up pretty well. I have a slight little bump over here. But no, believe it or not, my nose is actually 2 sizes than what it's supposed to be.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, after that, I just came to that realization, like, yeah, he's probably right. And honestly, it was the greatest decision that I had ever made, because, for this action stuff, you have to be, just as much as, the MMA stuff, you have to be 100% healthy. You have to take care of your body, especially, if you're going to be doing like heavy stunts, and not just the fighting aspect of it, but falling on concrete, which of course, we're all wearing protective padding when we're doing these things under our clothes. So, yeah, when the times that you do see contact, we're wearing protection under there.
Wait, so you have to fall straight on concrete sometimes? How do you go about that?
Well, I mean, a lot of practice, man. A lot of practice. And on top of that, like I said, you have to wear certain padding for that. So for when you're falling on concrete, really for falls in general, or landing on any hard surface, what we wear is a very thin motorcycle gear, and we'll wear that under our clothing. And so that way, when we smack the ground, it doesn't hurt as bad. You feel the impact, of course, but you're not getting scraped up or anything like that for the most part.
Is there like stunt schools though for this stuff, like how to fall on concrete and how to fall on down a hill or whatever it is?
Absolutely, yeah. No, there's definitely schools for that. Yeah,
It's like a craft. I mean, it's like anything. You could do it intelligently, I guess is the way I want to say it.
Right. No, absolutely, and I totally recommend people who don't have the access or don't necessarily have the proper knowledge on how to even practice those things. Yeah, definitely try to look for a school.
So, do you watch, like, say you watch a movie like Star Wars, where they're having these crazy lightsaber battles or something like that? Do you watch that and you're like, I could fucking do this? Like,
oh, dude. I mean, not
like picking it apart.
But yeah, no. Honestly, I look at those videos all the time, and I think to myself, man, yeah, I do all the time. I could totally freaking do this. I can totally freaking spin that lightsaber freaking this way, that way. It doesn't matter. I'm dying to actually be in one of those movies, or even do a fan film and just show how.
Well, I was just gonna say, I see all the posters in the background there. Are you an Avenger guy? Like, would you love to do like a superhero movie where you're like
DC superheroes?
Absolutely, I would love to, man. That is a goddamn dream.
Well, I see you with the neck thing too. Is that a shark tooth?
Oh yeah, that is.
You wrestle that shark yourself?
That? I feel like there's always a reason behind a shark tooth.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, actually, is this a shark tooth? I thought it was supposed to be more of a. No, this is a saber tooth.
Is that a talon?
No, it's a saber tooth.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a saber tooth. It's carved in marble.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you think you could walk on a moving train?
On a moving train?
Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking try that shit.
You're a stuntman. Don't
Wait, what movie is that from? There was a
I'm
fight
trying to
scene.
think. I've seen this scene before.
Is that that movie with Travolta, Black Arrow, or whatever the hell it is?
I don't know. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, whoever does that is insane.
Yeah, no. Me personally, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it. So if Star Wars, who's directing Star Wars? J.J. Abrams?
George Lucas.
Well, back in the day.
You're right. You're right. It's J.J. Abrams now. It's
Anthony,
J.J. Abrams.
Huge film comes along, and they're like, "We want you, but you're a stuntman. You got to walk on a train, man, and that train's gonna be moving. You're gonna not do it?"
I love when he puts the hands down to sit there for the answer.
I don't know. Show me the money first. And
it's gonna be big money. It's big money.
How that train is moving.
It's moving. It's moving.
I was hoping
it's
you
not...
were gonna say like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting on a train.
Yeah,
I'm getting on a plane wing. I'm doing whatever they need."
So you know what it is though? It shows that he knows what he's doing, because I would be like, "Fuck yeah, I'll walk on a train." How hard could that be?
Oh man,
how hard could that be? That shows his experience. He's like, "Nah, man, I've tried cars. It doesn't work."
Well, no, here's why. I mean, first off, trying to step into a moving train. First off, I was born and raised in New York, and I've rode trains like almost like all my life, and so to even step onto one as it's about to go away, just when you're about to miss the train, it's a terrible freaking feeling.
That would be bad
every fucking time.
Well, for the mortal,
it reminds me of the person.
You're in the back of the train, and you have to like climb up the side to try to get to the front to slow it down.
Yes,
that's the scene.
I don't know, man. I saw that.
That's the scene. Chris nailed it.
I saw something like that in Blade 1, and like that was CGI, but even so, like that looked painful.
What's the most extreme thing that you think you would do?
You stole my question, B.
Woo! Well, I would say not only is it the most extreme thing that I would do, but it's something I've always wanted to do. Especially because I'm a huge fan of Tony Jaa. If you don't know who that is, that's he's a martial arts action star from Thailand, and he's heavily known for a movie that he did called Ong Bak. And
Ong Bak is amazing.
It's amazing. It's
Our
amazing.
resident film expert knows it, of course.
Ong Bak is one of the best martial arts flicks out there.
Oh, that movie, it inspired me to study Muay Thai in the first place. I mean, that was the movie that was like, that. I want to do that.
Yeah, I was, it was a very good movie. I was telling them, they always make fun of me, but I'm one of the, I am big on the, Ong Bak was the first Muay Thai movie, right? Or like, it was,
it was the first Muay Thai movie that really, really, really made it big. As a matter of fact, there's a man, God rest his soul. He is actually Tony Jaa's teacher, and he was actually one of the very first few people to bring Muay Thai into cinema way back forever ago. His name is Panal Ritakrai, and that is the man. There's a movie that he did. It's literally one of his most famous ones. It's called Born to Fight. It's a very old movie. So if you look at the quality, that's why. But you can actually look up fight scenes on YouTube, and it's absolutely amazing, even for its time. A lot of you can see a lot of Jackie Chan influences there, as far as like the replay action and slow motion. Even replay actions of seeing like contact, elbows to the head, all that stuff, just like in Ong Bak. Like literally, he's the original Ong Bak, and then Tony.
Well, that's why I love Ong Bak is great too, because most of the kung fu flicks are all Chinese and Asian, Chinese and Japanese fighters, and Muay Thai really isn't in them. Ong Bak was like the first one in Thailand, and not like China, Japan, and
right.
There's 3 of them. There's a whole series, and they're awesome. They really are good.
No, absolutely. And so
you love like the Ip Man and all that stuff too? Like you're big.
Heck yeah.
Because Ip Man 4 just came out on Netflix.
I literally just bought the movie not too long ago, Ip Man 4. Now I finally got the entire trilogy.
It was good, Ip Man 4. It was better than Ip Man 3. Ip Man 3 is the only one I didn't love.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't dislike it. I just didn't love it.
Yeah, no, I loved Ip Man 3 just because Tyson was in it. I mean, that was not only.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. And
all the Ip Man 3 fans are going to go nuts over this.
Dude, Ip Man, I mean, listen, there's a lot of people who are into this.
Movies. It was really good. I didn't see any of the other ones, though.
And Ip Man is like the shit. The first one is, the first 2 are absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. But to answer your question, as far as like the most extreme thing that I would do that I've actually been dying to do, I've always wanted to do a flying knee on someone and freaking crash through glass and then just like land on the other side. That's what I've always wanted to do for a movie.
Nice. You need like an Enter the Dragon scene with that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely.
Right? You're talking about the mirrors and all that when he's trying to fight the guy in the mirrors at the end. I love that. That's another classic.
So your stunts, you're doing more stunts, martial arts based stunts. You're not going to be hanging off a cliff. You're not going to be running down the top of a train.
Hell no, exactly. No, more for me. I my thing is that I act as well as I perform and choreograph my own action. But yeah, no, as far as like what I specialize in is mostly like the fight choreography stuff. As far as like rigging, like hanging offs anywhere, or any wire work, or car stunts, explosions, or any of that stuff. I've got friends who are great at that, and those are the only people that I trust to hang me off anything. But honestly, if I had the choice to not hang on something, I choose not to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I'm not about heights.
Yeah,
I mean, interesting stuntman, because I feel like most stuntmen are reckless.
To a degree, you meet.
I feel like it comes with the territory.
You meet a few people that are all about like, yeah, man, freaking lose the crash mat, no pads, none of that. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Because I mean, first off, you got to last until the day is done. First off,
that is also true.
True.
And second, that's the thing. It also depends on their training, where they come from. You have to understand everybody from based on their background. And for me, I was trained by my teacher. His name is Maurice Crump, which he is an absolute amazing action star as well. As a matter of fact, since you're a fan of Tony Jaa, you probably have seen him. Have you seen The Protector 2?
The Protector?
Yeah, The Protector 2.
No, I have not seen that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no, that's good. That's okay. I
Thanks for not
definitely
lying.
loved Ong Bak. You're definitely gonna love The Protector, and The Protector 2.
Okay.
My teacher is actually he was actually the main bad guy in The Protector 2, and he was also trained by Tony Jaa's teacher as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And so from him, that's where I get my action training from.
Now, are you a Iko Uwais fan?
Absolutely.
That's the guy right now.
Yeah.
He's the it guy. For those who don't know, he's the guy who did Raid Redemption. He's been in a bunch of new kung fu movies, but Raid Redemption is, in my opinion, the best action-packed kung fu movie. That it takes place in one building and they go floor by floor. And this guy Iko Uwais, am I pronouncing it right?
It's Iko Uwais.
Uwais.
Yes.
He is unreal, this dude. He's in a lot of new movies. He's like taken over, in my opinion, for like Gordon Liu from like back in the day.
No, absolutely. As a matter of fact, he's definitely making quite a few waves. He's got a couple of movies on Netflix right now, and as a matter of fact, I believe right now he's currently in talks of shooting the Snake Eyes movie.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, I don't know as who.
Is it like a remake of the original one?
Yeah, it's a complete remake. New actor playing Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, all that.
I'll watch anything he's in because he's very good. Raid Redemption is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, absolutely. He's absolutely amazing. I would kill to freaking work with him one day.
Now, let me ask you a question. As a stuntman, do you have to look like the person? Like, how do they? Because you have like an interesting look. You're not like. No, I don't mean it in a weird way, but I'm saying like you got long hair.
No. Thank you.
Like,
well, thank you. No, because as a matter of fact, no, you actually bring up a good point. Because I mean, for me, I've actually never doubled anyone.
Oh, okay.
I never have, and honestly, it's not necessarily my goal, to be honest with you. I mean, for me, it's I do the stunt stuff. Yeah. Honestly, whoever pays me to do it, that's really the only reason why I do it. As far as like doing stunts, being in the background, you get hit by the lead star or whatever, then you go ahead and do stunt, get the hell out. That's pretty much it. But for me, my goal is to be more of an actor.
Okay.
I'm already doing it, so let me just say, my goal is to be more of an actor, more so than a stuntman.
So you want to be an actor who does his own stunts, as opposed to a stuntman who's just doing stunts for other actors.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, kind of like exactly like like Iko, Tony Jaa, Scott Adkins, Donnie Yen, all those cats. That's what I'm looking to be.
So who's your favorite guys, though? I mean, it's weird because I don't know how many people we know listen to a lot of the martial arts stuff, but I'm heavily into it, and I try and talk about it. But so is who's your favorite? Like, who's your guy?
Woo! That is a long list.
Pick one. I don't want to hear a list, and I don't want to cop out of a few people. I want fucking one.
One? Oh my God. Okay, that's a terrible question. Holy shit.
Question.
This is a good question. I want to see you shaking.
Oh man. If I had to choose, I mean, one of my most favorites, like I said, man, Tony Jaa inspired me to do, to do Muay Thai, and really is one of my biggest influences in my action career. But if I have to say my most favorites, I would have to say Donnie Yen.
Okay.
Donnie Yen is just a beast, not only with the Ip Man movies, but if you ever see movies like Flashpoint, Special ID, Kung Fu Killer, hell, he just came out with one, which was cool because it was cool to see him in a comedic light more than anything. It's called Enter the Fat Dragon. It's actually
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's actually a reboot of the original Enter the Fat Dragon with Sammo Hung, and yeah, man, this one was really great. As a matter of fact, I'd say it's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Oh, it's a movie this year?
Yeah. It literally just came out. Matter of fact, like maybe a week ago.
Where can you find that? Because now I gotta find this. I have never even heard of that.
Well, as right now, it's available on Blu-ray and digital. As far as like, yeah, it's not on Netflix just yet. I'm pretty sure.
I haven't gotten a DVD in years.
You said it's available on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Is there
It's
available
available
Blu-ray
on
players
Blu-ray.
too?
I don't think I have anything that plays that.
Oh man, you know what though? But that's just the current times right now too.
I know.
Everything is streaming.
Wait,
this
who is he in
weekend,
Ip Man?
you have-
I'm trying to put a face to this guy. He's
that?
in Ip Man, this guy, right? Donnie
Oh
Yen?
yeah, he's the one that plays Hitman.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
I thought, okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure I was thinking of this, the right guy.
Yeah.
That's, there's not enough people who enjoy this stuff. Well, maybe there's enough, but like whenever I talk about it on here, it's like me talking to myself. So it's nice to have somebody who I can actually talk about my kung fu movies.
Yeah,
And you want to know the funniest thing about this? I just sent my tattoo artist a text.
oh,
Literally
Christ.
yesterday,
Oh,
and I
no.
had a conversation. I know B's laughing. I've been wanting to get like a Wu-Tang and like kung fu movie, like mural type of thing on my arm. So I just sent my tattoo artist a picture of an illustration I saw from Shogun Assassin and Five Deadly Venoms, and I want to put those together with the Jizz's Liquid Swords album cover. So that's in the works. So I'm getting something similar to that, hopefully sooner than later. But
Hey man, if that doesn't yell martial arts fan, freaking I don't know what does.
You're doing another mixture tattoo where you're crossing genres?
it's not really genres. I mean, it's just all kung fu. Just think about it
Pretty
as
cool,
a kung
though.
fu tattoo.
Yeah, all right.
Sounds pretty cool.
Geez, they're all wait. It's gonna go right on my forearm too. Look at
I
this.
can't wait to see it.
Wait, it's going all the way around?
I'm going from my elbow to my wrist. Is the plan.
Damn. That's pretty cool.
But now, do you like
It'll be
Shogun
cool to see it
Assassin
when it
and Five
happens.
Deadly Venoms? Like, are you into the Wu-Tang movies?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Man.
Those are one of the first films I grew up on.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Are you around? Are you in? If you don't mind me asking, are you in your 30s? Are you in the same generation as me, or are you more towards Brit?
No, I'm actually 27.
Oh, all right. You're in between us.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm also what many people call an old soul, man. Like there's and honestly, that's just how I grew up. There was a good period of time where I grew up with my grandparents, and
Okay.
so like they literally have pushed all their history onto me.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. I am stuck in a different decade than I live in. So
Hey,
I'm
man.
stuck in the 90s
What
and
decade are
everything.
you stuck in?
Well, most of the music and everything, I love everything in like the 70s and 60s and the 90s. Like I'm not a big entertainment person of like today's stuff.
Right.
Although,
Neither am I, other than like like the rock music and stuff like that. But I definitely cannot get into any of the pop or any of today's rappers. Like very few rappers of today I like. As a matter of fact, I can only name
Griselda Records, dude. Listen to West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, and B always shakes his head whenever I bring
Got
it up.
them out all the
Almost
time.
like you're part of the band. You're trying. He's like a guy in the front row of a concert, just like jumping down, like, look, pay attention to me. I like you guys. So he mentions it on the podcast every week for some reason.
It's not every
gotta
week.
love
He
him.
brings it up. When everyone brings up new rappers, I'm going to bring them up.
Oh my God, Anthony, when you come down to New York, can you practice one of your flips on our friend Chick over here? Would you be able to stunt man him into a wall? Is that possible?
I would love to fight with you like that.
Possibly.
I would love for you to do some moves on me and see what I could do.
Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah.
I would love to see.
Where do you wait? So do you live in Florida?
I do. I reside in Florida.
Ah, all right. So
all right.
you didn't have to travel like Chris did for that movie.
No. As a matter of fact, Chris, you actually came from out of town? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
See, Chris isn't a man that you know much about. He lives
No,
in
I
New
don't
York.
say much.
In case you didn't know, Anthony, Chris lives in New York.
Yeah, the three of us live in New York. On
Shit,
Long
what
Island.
part?
You're on Long Island.
I'm in Massapequa, and they're in Farmingdale, Long Island.
Oh, nice. Awesome, man. Yeah, I was actually born and raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
Oh, all right. It's like you and Chris just met.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, that's amazing to me. But I want to get back into this baseball movie because it's mind-boggling that they need a stuntman on that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, so Mr. Tom Keniston, he was the producer that brought me on board for that project. He just wanted the kids to be safe and to be well taken care of. Honestly, I mean, I joke about it this way, but it was a great opportunity. I met all sorts of people, made some friends, made some connections. But I joke about it in the sense of I was pretty much a glorified babysitter. Just basically.
That's what I was just gonna say. Were you basically just babysitting kids?
Pretty much. I mean, as far as like off camera, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Just making sure that the kids were not doing anything to hurt themselves or anything like that. And if so, make sure that they were padded up and just showing them properly, how to be safe, with whatever action that they were going to do. As a matter of fact, just to tell you what kind of like the extent of like how much stunts was involved in this movie. Literally, the biggest stunt is Alex, the lead actor. He gets hit in the head with a baseball.
So they had to throw it at you first?
No, as a matter of fact, no. He's actually doing it. He gets hit in the head and he falls on the ground. He falls on a nice little cushy grass off camera. Oh yeah, he did it himself. And he actually wore a helmet. He actually wore a baseball helmet, so he was safe. And we had a rubber baseball. And literally, it was just a close-up shot of him getting hit in the head. And just to keep it safe, I'm the one that throws the ball at his head.
Why is that safe? You throwing it? What are you like?
You're the least safe. So wait, I am so confused now. So now that like they're like, let's get the stunt man to throw a ball at the kid's head.
No, honestly, it was the safest thing that could possibly happen. I mean, because you don't know the strength of anybody else, and I literally just wrist it, just toss the ball like that, and it hits his head.
I would have fucking whizzed that thing right at the kid.
Yeah, I would have thrown extra hard. I'd be like, you got to earn this. You got to earn this.
You want to do your own stunt, buddy? Here comes the Nolan Ryan Express right at your face.
You think you can do my job?
And you know what's funny, man? Alex, that was actually his first movie. His first movie, like his first of anything. He actually comes from a theater background, so that was actually a really big opportunity for him. And he ended up playing as a lead actor and everything. So
yeah, remember Chris said he was good, or there was.
He crushed it.
Isn't there a couple kids that can be stars? Maybe you think?
Yeah, there's a few of them that were really great and professional, and like just knew what they were doing too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, even though it was his first movie, but he was a great kid, and he definitely kept it professional. He knew exactly how to act.
Yeah.
There were quite a few others that were a bunch of pain in the asses, but I mean, kids are kids, and what can you do? But you can tell there are also some other kids in there that have been doing this for quite some time.
Did you ever?
Now, I do want to get into how bad your state has been during COVID.
Woo!
You guys are not making us look good as a country.
Nah, man. I mean, that's just that is just the recklessness.
Can I hear about it firsthand? Like, what have your experience been in Florida about how reckless everybody's been?
Well, I mean, speaking for myself, we're always trying to keep it safe in this house. I mean,
I'm not calling you reckless, but the state you live in hasn't been.
No, absolutely. I mean, so far, me and my family, we're not reckless at all. I mean, we're constantly wearing masks anywhere that we go. We really don't go much out anywhere, just to try to remain, to try to remain safe. But that's just the recklessness of, obviously, unfortunately, people my age, who just want to go out, party, blah, blah, blah. And then people who obviously have their own opinions of, wearing masks and all that stuff. And I mean, you know what, man, to each his own. The one thing that that I talk to my close friends about, about the whole mask thing, is that you got to kind of see it as, it's not just about, you covering up your face because people are afraid of you spreading everything. It's just you taking care of yourself and making sure that you don't get anything, so that way when you go home, you don't spread it to your family. You kind of have to, you kind of have to go ahead and think, the Dark Knight Rises, and like the mask is not for you, man. It's not. It's for the people that you're trying to protect.
Right.
That's literally the way I try to explain it to my friends.
Well,
anyway,
smart though.
They're bad with it, but I mean, we talk about it amongst ourselves, and what are some of the challenges that we've been going through during this whole COVID thing, and other than that, I mean, we're keeping it safe. Really, the only thing that concerns us is obviously jobs.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So how has it been for you? Because I feel like there hasn't been a lot of movies, or, I mean, are you staying active? Has it been rough with COVID and everything?
It's been a bit rough. I mean, so far I've had a couple of good breaks, with a couple of music videos that were happening down south in Miami. Luckily to a very awesome friend of mine, and stunt coordinator, Luis Benitez. He actually gave me one of my first big opportunities, doing some precision driving, a little mini stunt driving.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool for what I had to do. It was a great first time experience.
What did you have to do?
It was literally just precision driving. So it was for Ride Along 2 with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. Okay. And
yes,
all you see me doing is just driving the car in X amount of miles while the actual stunt drivers are zooming past me, zigzagging and all that stuff.
Okay, all right.
Literally all that I got to do.
Oh, so your job is to make sure they don't crash into you.
Really?
You're like the pace car.
Thank you. Exactly.
That's a good move. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it was a great first gig for a major production, because that was actually the first major production that actually allowed me to get my SAG card, and everything.
Oh, you're a SAG actor. Look at you.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now, when you're a SAG actor, does that mean you get to vote on awards?
Say again?
You get to vote on awards now?
I haven't had the pleasure to do that just yet. I mean, like I said, I'm SAG eligible right now. I haven't necessarily found the need just yet, especially due to this COVID thing, to actually, sign up for SAG or anything like that. Because luckily, well, not luckily, let me not say that. The projects that I've had to do, that I've done so far, have not required me to, go ahead and drop whatever.
Yeah, because it costs money to get it, right?
Say again?
It costs a certain amount of money to actually get the card, correct?
To actually get the card, yeah, you have you
have dues or something.
Yeah, you have the dues
to
go ahead and pay to actually get your card, and then there's the annual fee, which is not a lot. It's a couple $100.
Right. Yeah.
But
I guess you make the initial
the initiation fee. Yeah, the initiation fee is like a couple of grand.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I mean that's how they look at it. Especially in the action industry, that shows that you're dedicated and you're looking to to work hard.
You know what shows you're dedicated? When you start running on top of a train. That's when it shows you're dedicated.
I was just gonna say you need to jump out of a plane or run on top of trains.
You're like, I don't want to be a precision driver.
Show me the money.
Blow me up, baby.
A good amount of zeros, and I'll jump on the train.
All right.
I'm trying to think of other crazy stunts. You ever watch Die Hard? The last one where he falls? Doesn't he fall off a plane onto a bridge that's breaking? It's absurd.
If you you down to fall off a plane and not run on a train, then I'm gonna shut this Zoom call off. Okay, that actually sounds good. It's just a trap. I don't like the trap.
That actually sounds
Maybe
amazing.
he just has a thing with trains, man.
Yeah, right.
B's really caught up on the train thing.
Yeah.
I would do all that on green screen.
That's the thing, man. A lot of those stunts aren't happening, right? They're just they're being suspended.
For the most part. I mean, for things to that extreme, yeah, no. For the most part, man, that shit ain't happening. It's a lot of CGI, green screen, all that stuff. I mean, just damn good VFX work, which not for nothing. Respects to anybody who does that, because that looks like it takes a lot of time and patience.
That shit is hard.
Yeah.
So when you watch a movie and things now, do you see like when the stunts are? Can you tell when it's a stunt man, if it's not? Like, do you see things that we won't see per se?
As a matter of fact, I always do, and it's funny because like now, ever since I came into this industry, I don't just. I mean, there are some movies obviously I do enjoy, but then like there are times where if I spot something, I'm like, oh, I saw that little bump on his shirt. He's wearing a pad under there, which great. But if you catch it, it's like you're not supposed to see it. But yeah, no. Now I critique movies, man. I'm always critiquing.
I was gonna say, does it take away
not
from your
necessarily
enjoyment watching them?
Right. Not to say that this part sucks or anything like that. Like I watch movies totally differently ever since I came into the industry.
Mm.
Which in a way I'm glad because it really makes me appreciate the process of making that film.
Yeah, but then sometimes you lose the innocence of just watching something and enjoying it for what it is because you know too much that goes into it. So like when you see something crazy, you're like, that he just did this, or like you said, he wore padding or whatever it may be.
Right, exactly.
Now, do you have anything coming up? Anything on the horizon that you want to promote or you're looking forward to?
Well, nothing solid just yet. Right now, it's just a lot of conversations. Like I said, man, this COVID thing really has, it definitely has shaken us all up, man. Yeah. But so far, I got another music video that's actually coming out soon, which that one I'm actually looking forward to.
You help the girls twerk in the music videos?
That I don't know of. I doubt it, only because like in this music video from not to say too much, but it's a music video with these Latino artists. One is named
Mr. 818, whatever his name is.
No. One his name is
took a chance.
Ozuna.
I heard Miami. I took a shot. Who?
Ozuna and Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee, yeah.
Yeah. I did a music video with them recently, not too long ago, and it's supposed to take place like in the Egyptian times, and this awesome fight scene that happens in there that you actually get to see me, my face perform and actually do. It's actually awesome. So I'm actually.
I didn't know they still did music videos.
Oh yeah, dude! Like right now, that's like the biggest freaking thing. I actually like not too long ago. I was in the gym and they were playing a random music video on the screen, and I'm over here looking at Demi Lovato like freaking kicking ass. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This Disney ass freaking woman.
Well, because MTV isn't even music videos anymore. I don't even know where you find music videos. Is it like MTV6?
Yeah, we grew up in the era of the music.
You find them on YouTube. MTV.
MTV used to be a legit music.
I believe it. 20 years ago.
And 20
Chris
years
is just so 20 years ago.
I could still remember certain songs, and I just think of the music video.
I remember every New Year's waiting for the countdown. MTV used to do that 100 video countdown, and Teen Spirit was #1 every single year.
Every year.
It was every single year.
Sun was in there at some point, but yeah, I haven't seen much music videos these days, but I guess they're still out there.
Yeah, especially like now, like a lot of it happens down south in Miami. So far that I've noticed. I mean, like that week, as a matter of fact, I had done 3 music videos, and so far 2 of them has come out already. And right now I'm just waiting for the 3rd one that we did.
What did they come out on Blu-ray as well?
Yeah, no, this one's gonna be on YouTube.
Okay, all right. I gotta look up these music videos.
Oh yeah,
no, it's just crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's just I didn't really know they did music videos still. Good for them.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah, man.
They were a good thing. A good music video is hard to come by.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Especially like now, like, I noticed they're actually getting into more of making short films out of music videos. You know, just kind of taking what it might
they did a Thriller.
Yes, exactly.
And with Thriller, they
freaking Rock My World.
Criminal. Yeah, they fucking did all those little short movie videos. And you know what my favorite one is? Down Low with R. Kelly.
Oh, that's one of the all-time greats.
With the Isley brother.
Yeah.
Which Isley is it? I don't even know which one it is. But
no, that's you're talking about going into the closet.
No, I'm talking about Down Low when he beats Isley Brother is in R. Kelly's a couple of his videos as like a ongoing theme. But in Down Low, he bangs Isley's wife, and then Isley picks him up. They beat the piss out of him, and they leave him in the desert.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
I did this to you. I did this to you.
Is that the music video where he's singing, but he's explaining everything that's happening?
No, that's Real Talk.
No,
Yeah, that's not Down Low.
I gotta find it because there's this amazing R. Kelly video, and I can't think of the name. I think it's In the Closet, where
It might be.
The In the Closet video, and I'm probably wrong about this, but the whole premise is R. Kelly is in the closet while there's a man with his wife, and he's singing about it. So he's like, "In the closet." He's up in my woman, and it's and it was like a 10-minute long video. I remember the first night I watched it, I was, you know, when you watch something and your jaw drops. It was
like, what the fuck is this?
I have to find it.
Yeah, I need to see this one.
And they did multiple parts.
He's got one song. I don't know if there's a video, but it's called Real Talk, and it's a one-sided argument with his wife. But if you only hear his side, it's great.
That's why, you know what?
Trapped in the Closet is what I'm talking about.
R. Kelly may be keeping girls captive in his house, but it's tough to pass up on his entertainment, bro. This is why I'm having a big issue with all the Epstein stuff, because if Tom Hanks, you guys have no idea, if Tom Hanks goes down, I might have to just be like, you know what? I have no morals anymore, because he is my favorite actor. My favorite movie is with Tom Hanks. I can't stomach or take if he's a pedophile. I can't take it.
Oh my!
I didn't hear that Tom Hanks was a pedophile. Where did you?
He's not a
You
pedophile.
guys, I hope he's not. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
it's nonsense.
I heard
No.
Tom Hanks was in it.
Pray to God that Tom Hanks is not. I mean, come on, man. You can't.
Don't even bring that into this atmosphere. He's not.
I refuse to believe it.
That would be a rough one, man, because he seems like the nicest guy.
Well, they're saying like Jimmy Kimmel, Ellen, Chrissy Teigen.
But you know what though? I also heard like Chrissy Teigen eats kids or something like that. Like none of that shit's real.
She eats baby toes for
she
fiber.
eats babies or something.
Can I just read you guys so I looked up real quick the Wikipedia of the R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet. I'm gonna read you the description of the Trapped in the Closet Wikipedia. Now Wikipedia is a little messed up, but this is pretty much it. So Trapped in the Closet is an opera by American R&B singer R. Kelly, which currently consists of 33 chapters, released from 2005 to 2012, written and produced by R. Kelly. The series tells a story of a one-night stand which sets off a chain of events, gradually revealing a greater web of lies, sex, and deceit. The music follows the distinct E major pattern, and most chapters feature the same melodic theme. So he went 33 chapters of him singing in a closet, and it's the same and it's you'll be on the edge.
You're so talented, B.
You'll be on the edge of your seat.
I just wish they made music videos like that. They don't do it anymore, and it bothers me.
Well, they do.
You need to be in a video like that, Anthony, where you're banging R. Kelly's wife, and R. Kelly's singing about you in a closet.
Oh man, you'll never catch me anywhere in a music video like that.
They really, I mean, think about it. Soul Asylum made a video that they found a ton of lost kids. Now they're doing what?
Are we talking about the pedophile stuff?
No. I'm all over the place. I'm just thinking of random music videos that I loved in the 90s. Soul Asylum made a song called Runaway Train.
And they found kids in the train.
Yeah, it was with all the
they were just hanging out.
No, it was all about
they were
kids
predicting
on, like,
the future.
You know what, Chris?
Who owned the train? Tom Hanks.
Runaway train.
The runaway train, man.
Tom Hanks.
But
It's
I
back.
think we're
should be the name of
exhausting
the
this
podcast.
episode.
It'll be called a runaway train. Episode 225, a runaway train or whatever we're on.
220. Wait, 225.
125.
we're at 127. B's all over
Okay.
the place.
All right.
So,
all right.
guys, if you made it this far, does anybody have anything that you guys want to promote? B, you have anything coming up, or Chris?
Yeah, I do actually.
What?
August 15th, I'm gonna be at One Eye Jack's backyard patio.
Nice, for a comedy show?
Yeah, come out. I'll be telling some jokes about the pandemic. It'll be hilarious.
Look
All
at
right.
B making fun of himself.
I'm embarrassed
guys-
to promote that.
Anthony, thank you for coming on, though. We do appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank
Good
you guys.
luck with everything. I can't wait to see this baseball movie now.
Yeah,
And
Where can people
Me too.
find you? You have like an Instagram or something that we can. Like?
Absolutely. Yeah. My Instagram is at Anthony Giovanni Elias. And also my action team's Instagram is Genesis Action Stunts.
Cool.
Nice.
all right, sweet.
Cool.
Well, guys, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. I think we're episode 127. We got it in the books.
Yeah, baby.
Until the next time.
See you next week.